I've been thinking lately about the place the Wild West has in modern American culture and pop culture. Back in the day, myths, legends, and stories about the Wild West were nothing short of a touchstone of American culture, but nowadays, the genre is seen as old hat, played out. It's mostly dismissed as a relic of a bygone era. It's not dead by any means. There are still occasional TV shows, movies, video games, and what have you being released, but the cultural currency of the Wild West has almost been rendered into a mere memory. This shift has occurred for many reasons, such as people growing tired of the simple, morally black and white narratives common to the genre, as well as growing awareness of the historical falsehoods and, in some cases, outright lies that many legends of the Wild West are based on. However, as fantastical and often false as the genre may be, it's still a genre fundamentally rooted in an era that was critical to the development of American society and culture. Legendary provides cultures with ideas to be inspired by, ideals to aspire to, and a sense of connection to one's ancestors and roots. The dismissal of legends results in an emptiness, a vacuum within a culture, and like all vacuums, it will inevitably be filled by something else. In modern America's case, there has been a rampant spread of commercialization and consumerism in just about every aspect of life. Everything is a product, often lacking in character or boldness, engineered to appeal to the widest ranges of people possible while taking as little risk as possible, constantly shoved into our faces by ads and algorithms. Even platforms like YouTube, where the free creative expression of individuals should theoretically thrive, have been inundated with uninspired content specifically crafted to exploit the algorithm and receive as many clicks as possible, a type of content that has been coined slop. Also, notice that word I'm using, content. Videos on YouTube, streams on Twitch, photographs of models on Instagram, and just about anything user generated on the internet has been placed under the same umbrella label, using the most generic and indistinct term possible, content. It's all just content. Such a label causes anything branded with it to feel cheaper and more disposable, regardless of how much or how little time, effort, and soul was put into it. It's all just grist for the mill. So, how does the Wild West fit into all of this? The magic of legendary and connection to one's history and culture may serve as a possible counterbalance to excessive commercialization. Many people have grown cynical toward American history, and much of this is justified. But there has been a growing tendency for people to look at American history in purely negative terms. American history is filled with many controversial, uncomfortable topics that should be openly and honestly discussed. But there's more nuance to it than just that. There are many good things to be taken from it as well. It's human nature to accentuate the negative, but it's a tendency that should be resisted because it doesn't benefit anyone. There's no need to ignore the good for the sake of the bad. To revitalize American culture, we need to reconcile these two sides of the coin. After all, we are defined by the stories we tell.